As the legendary surgeon, the moment I announced I was putting away my scalpel and stepping off the operating table for good, the entire surgical department erupted in excitement. They even threw a celebration. But only Serena White, the intern Mark brought in, the one hailed as a once-in-a-generation medical prodigy, approached me, a look of unease on her face. Dr. Chen, even though you've made a few mistakes in your recent surgeries, your skills are still there. We need you, and so do countless patients. She spoke with such earnestness. If I hadn't been the one involved, I might have actually fallen for it. I turned and walked away, my face expressionless. In my past life, she was an intern who followed me into surgery, but every time, right in the middle of an operation, my body would suddenly go out of control. And every time, Serena would step in, taking over and flawlessly completing the surgery. After a few such incidents, she became the medical genius everyone praised, while I was branded a fraud, someone who stole her reputation. Desperate to prove my true capabilities, I took on a world-class complex surgical case despite immense pressure. I spent sleepless nights researching materials, searching for similar cases, and developing a surgical plan. But the moment I confidently stepped into the operating room, my body once again betrayed me. Serena flawlessly completed the surgery again, and her surgical plan was exactly identical to the one I had meticulously devised. She became the miracle worker everyone talked about, and I became an incompetent quack, scorned by all. Unable to bear the blow, I ended my life with the very scalpel I once mastered. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the day Serena first arrived at the hospital. The patient suddenly had a massive hemorrhage, and our Dr. Chen was so scared she just froze. Good thing Serena was there, otherwise we would have been in big trouble. And she still calls herself a legendary surgeon? Doesn't she feel any shame? Always acting so high and mighty. Well, now with Serena, a true genius as a comparison, how can she even show her face in the operating room again? Familiar mocking voices yanked me back to reality. That's when I realized I had been reborn. Ignoring their taunts, I rushed straight to neurology for a full body checkup. The results, as expected, showed I was perfectly normal. I suspected Serena was the source of the problem. To test my theory, I immediately scheduled another surgery. This time, I refused to let Serena into the operating room with me. The surgery started smoothly, but at the most critical moment, my body once again went out of control. Just then, Serena, as if she had predicted it, quickly walked in and finished the rest of the surgery. Coming out of the operating room, Dr. Thompson, the vice dean, called me into his office and said to me with grave concern, "Valerie, have you been too tired lately? How about I give you a few days off to rest? You don't have to worry about the hospital. I think that young woman, Serena White, is quite good. She's handled these last few surgeries beautifully. You're not getting any younger. Perhaps it's time to consider taking a step back and enjoying your well-deserved retirement." I stared at Dr. E. Thompson, my former mentor and teacher, in disbelief. He should know my capabilities better than anyone. Was even he losing faith in me now? My eyes instantly welled up. "Teacher, even you don't trust my skills anymore?" Seeing my distress, Dr. Thompson sighed deeply. "You're my student. Of course I know your level. It's just, considering your performance in these last few incidents, I think it's time for you to step down." I left the vice dean's office utterly devastated and returned to the surgical department. Everyone was gathered around Serena, asking her for advice on emergency solutions for unexpected surgical complications. She was confidently explaining everything, holding nothing back. But what she was saying was all the experience I had accumulated over many years. How was this possible? I had painstakingly summarized these insights from thousands of surgeries, never formally teaching them to anyone. Everyone murmured in envious admiration. "Serena, you must be a legendary medical genius. You've only been in a few surgeries, yet you can anticipate so many emergencies and handle them so